Well, hello, hello. Happy Saturday. How are you guys doing? Hope all is well with you. Um, I wanted to share with you tonight. I'm Sparkle Smith. I am a best-selling author. I'm also a publisher, book coach, and life coach. I help you prepare to launch your dreams one session and book at a time. And so, you guys, if you want to take heed to um, your future, your destiny, and the current state of your financial future, just partially securing that, you want to look at my last video that I did, and it talks about what to do in the bank situation now. But I wanted to come on. We hear things about purpose, destiny, knowing who you are, identity, and all of those things. When you know who you are, you have a greater position to be able to walk in your purpose, right? And so, what is your purpose? What are you called to do? I'm called to love God, believe in God, and do His work. Well, it's a little bit deeper than that. Of course, that's general surface. But what is your purpose as a result of that purpose? So, really defining the operational um, structure of that purpose. Do you know what your purpose is? Some people may not even know. And sometimes you may have to seek it out. You may do that by praying. Some of you may do it by studying, taking certain exams to determine what you're good at or what you're not so good at. Myers-Briggs is one that's popular, or was popular um, back in the day. And that'll kind of give you some type of somewhat of a stable clarity of and direction of where you should go. So like when I was an undergrad, I dropped out of my major and I wasn't sure where I was going to go. And actually, I decided to take the exam, the Myers, something kind of like Myers-Briggs, but what we did is um, we did different exercises, and it came out that I was, as opposed to a business person, agricultural, at the time it came out that I was a social worker. Or that, my skills were very social. But actually, nowadays, I can apply those social skills and those business skills. So sometimes they help. They may not be directly, but they can definitely help. But I think a lot of times when we understand our purpose and we keep our mind set on the purpose, because sometimes, we have to set our mind and keep it set. Sometimes we know what our purpose is, sometimes we don't know. But once we find out, that's half the battle, right? Sometimes when we can lose sight of it, we can get distracted, but there's a decision that has to be made, and the value of decision. A lot of times we're forced into that decision, whether we like it or not. And in that decision, you can, you're forced with it, because if you don't make the decision, sometimes life can make it for you. But I hope that you make the decision without being indecisive, right? So making up your mind, taking the risk, but just trusting your purpose. And of course, if you're a Christian, you need to trust God and trust the process. And so I've written several books, but I also help people publish their books, self-publish their books. And so, and then some people come to me and I do the full from beginning to end, help them develop their story and their book, help them to create the content, and then help them actually publish it on a major platform. And then sometimes they just come to me where they're like, okay, I'm struggling with even writing a book. I don't even know nothing about creating a book, table of contents, chapters, how it should flow. And so they come to me for that, and then they work with a separate publisher. I do, both. I prefer the full circle, but I have worked in the past with actually now I just do the full circle, but I used to do just where they come to me and I help them develop the book, and then they find someone to help them publish it, or they go to an actual publisher that they know, a publishing company, that they just need me to help develop the book and give them a baseline for the actual book and the content, the manuscript, I should say. And so there's an author. She's actually in my author group. She's a minister of the gospel, powerful woman of God. I helped her develop her book, but she went through another publishing company. Forgot the name of the publishing company, but she went through. Actually, she created her own publishing company after she came to me. Isn't that something? Praise God. So, she created her own publishing company after she did the manuscript. And so her book is called God Ordained Purpose. And it says the 3 phases of walking in our God Ordained Purpose, actually. So there's phases you have to go through, and there's a decision in each process, right? You know, the last phase is the flourishing phase, where you really know where you want to be. And I recommend you get this book. She doesn't mind me sharing. Tiffany Minute, Take God Ordained Purpose. Part 1 is the seed. You have to plant seeds to your purpose, right? That's taking a course, going to a class, getting a mentor. They're helping you build the groundwork, right? And so, or finding out what that seed is. And then those mentors in phase 2 help you plant that seed. But you have to make a decision first that you're ready to plant the seed. So it's the planting phase, the growing phase, and the flourishing phase. So those seeds that are planted have to grow. And once they grow, then they flourish. So that is my nugget for you tonight. Do you know your purpose? Find out what seeds you need once you get the purpose. Make up in your mind. Pray about, get direction about who can mentor you, what classes you can take, what's the keys or mechanism you need to get to planting the seed of your purpose. And then allowing those seeds to plant, and then allowing them to watch them flourish. So God bless each and every one of you. Hope you have a wonderful week next week, and stay focused. If you know it's time for you to write, God's been tugging at you to write, or you've been thinking of yourself, it's time to write. Reach out to me. You can look at my information in the description in the bio. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.